Good evening and welcome to Kiski Area High School for tonight's non-conference matchup between the home Kiski Area Cavaliers and the visiting Newcastle Hurricane. My name is Joe Rhodes. Joining me tonight, I think for our first time ever, Sam? No, we did one.
My first broadcast with High Top
There you
Sports.
go. So this is not our maiden voyage, but good to be here tonight with you, Sam Goldberg to my right. Looking forward to doing this game here tonight. But before then, we're going to give you the starting lineups here on High Top Sports Network. Stay tuned. Wherever yours was. Sweet sound good. And those were your starting lineups here on High Top Sports Network. Again, not our first Kiski game of the year, Sam. We got the chance to see them in the Armstrong tip-off tournament in which they were the victors. So Kiski coming into this, you imagine, with good spirits, a little bit of momentum on their side, looking to continue to prove themselves here in 2023, 2024.
With Kiski, just looking at their last game, I wouldn't say size is definitely on their side in this contest here. But one thing I noticed in their last game against Armstrong, they took a ton of three-pointers. Kiski, they do have a couple of solid shooters in this part of their program. Gotta get some clean looks and hope that they go in, because they can't look past this Newcastle team that obviously had a pretty disappointing year last year, but they know how to play. They know how to play good brand of basketball. And Kiski, they really can't take Newcastle here lightly tonight.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Newcastle, one of the more historic teams in the state of Pennsylvania in terms of their pedigree. And we are underway here tonight. Your announcers again, Joe Rhodes, Sam Goldberg. Kiski area, again, coming off of a tournament victory at Armstrong. Going 2-0 in that. Shot from range, up and good. Three-pointer first attempt for the Hurricanes, good. Number 4, gonna get the roster here real fast. Thought I packed one with me, but it is now missing. Go figure. Isaiah Gonzalez, really the leader of this Kiski area team. Big part of what they've been able to do the last couple years, and now a senior expected to do that much more. Just underway here, first quarter. Kick out, shot by Keller. Keller's front rim, no good. Battle for it, off the backboard and brought in by the Hurricanes quickly. And the Cavaliers unsuccessful in their first offensive possession. 6:54 left, first quarter. Cavaliers switching defenders. Another three from the same spot. The first one was from, but this one no good and tipped out of bounds. It'll stay here with Newcastle.
Kiski early going into that 2-3 type of zone. Newcastle just got to find the holes to get some good shots up. I mean, that shot right there, airballing, but Newcastle looks strong here to start off the ball game.
Yeah, second opportunity now for Newcastle. Thought about a three. Going to come in up off the glass. No good. Brought in by Kiski area. Long outlet pass, but this one loose. And Gonzalez taken down and grabbing his knee. And that's not something you want to see. Hurricanes come out with the basketball. Sloppy pass and turnover there by Kiski area, leading to another offensive opportunity here for Newcastle. That one blocked away, but they're going to call a blocking foul. And maybe it was the off defender that was not the one who had blocked that, because that looked pretty clean, Sam, but it's a block called nonetheless.
Three guys around, driving player, and usually when somebody else does something to initiate that contact is the first free throw, is off. Again, free throws sponsored by Elevated Beauty Salon.
Again, looking for a roster here. Definitely had them. And looking at the roster on Max Preps, there's two number 4s. That's the young man at the line. Rattles that one in. Make it a 4-0 Newcastle lead. They're going to show a full court press here, Sam.
I like this. Newcastle off early to a 4-0 lead. I like this press.
Nearly a second turnover, but the late whistle will draw the foul against the Hurricanes. So even things up in that category. One apiece here through the first nearly 2 minutes of this game. I think that's Ralph Blundo, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's what Mark Flem, the public address announcer down there in the front, just said. Mark got to go golfing with him this week. As a matter of fact, we went in a pretty cold day. Still fun nonetheless. That a miss on the left-hand side, and no second chance for Kiski area. Going back the Hurricanes' direction. Another three from this elbow extended area. No good off the backboard. Brought in by the Cavaliers. Long outlet pass. Up and good. Nice job there of keeping his head up and passing the ball down court. And a whistle will stop play to check on Keller to make sure he's okay. But a nice job right there for that long pass by the Cavaliers. A couple sloppy passes here so far, Sam, but that one pinpoint and a good decision for the Cavaliers. Now down by just 2.
Newcastle, they are getting a couple of good open looks, but those open looks, they haven't taken really good high-quality shots. One airballing and one not making contact with the rim. For Newcastle, you really got to slow the game down. Kiski's trying to make it go faster with this full-court press. Almost another turnover right there. There's a shot from the corner.
Yeah, that one is good. Another three-pointer here by the Hurricanes, and Coach Corey Smith not happy with his team's defense right now, so he'll call a timeout here with 5:25 left, Sam, and the Cavaliers trail 7-2.
Well, they called that oh no, it was 4-2, excuse me. I looked at the scoreboard, I thought, wait a minute, was that 5-2 or not? So, nonetheless, again, 2 for 4 start right now for Newcastle from beyond the arc. They are relying on the 3 ball quite heavily so far on this game, in the start of this game.
You can't change the frame rate while you're streaming for.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Your stream might have dropped there momentarily, but we should be back up and running. Coming out of the Kiski area timeout, and the 3-pointer by the Hurricanes, giving them a 7-2 lead.
And our timeout sponsored by Curran Schaefer Funeral Homes.
And thank you to all tonight's sponsors, including Grease Contracting, tonight's scoreboard sponsor, as you'll see there on the top of your screen device. Here's Gonzalez. Shot no good. Loose ball tipped around and brought in by the Hurricanes, but stolen away and shot up and fouled. What a nice hustle play there by the Cavaliers.
That's an excellent hustle play after the alligator-armed 3-point attempt. Newcastle ice cold so far to start from the floor. Only one made basket so far. It's a good hustle play right there from Gonzalez to get some free throws right here. Again, free throw sponsored by Elevated Beauty Salon. First one from the charity stripe is good.
Gonzalez, obviously the younger brother of Isaiah Gonzalez, a good mentor to look up to, needless to say, Sam. And he is expected to do some really great things, really jumping on the scene as a younger player, just as his brother did a couple years ago. And bursting on the scene, I should say. But a good player, and I've heard a lot of good things about him and what his actual ceiling could be.
Second free throw, no good.
So 1 for 2 there, Sam, on that trip. Cavaliers down by 4. 4:57 left here in quarter number 1. Nearly a travel. Nice dump off on the side there, wide open on the block.
That's a great dime right there. Excellent court vision, finding the big man in the low post area for the finish. Almost a travel right there. That drive no good. Battle for it on the low baseline, out of bounds. Goes in Kiski's favor. Kiski, excuse me.
4:25 remaining first quarter here. And very efficient, I think, offensively so far have these Hurricanes been. Up, no good. Good defense there. Loose ball, and it's going to stay here with Kiski area, much to the dismay of the Hurricanes sideline.
Coach not liking that call too much, and I might agree with him. Been a touch on a Cavalier. Well, nonetheless, it's Kiski ball.
9-3. First quarter. Kiski area high school here in Leechburg, Pennsylvania. Gonzalez up off the glass. Great job of creating the separation on Blundo. Was Gonzalez there, and now the Cavaliers back to within 4. 4-minute mark first quarter, halfway through this one. That loose ball. Cavaliers come away with it. Pass ahead to Isaiah Gonzalez again. Good separation up off the glass, and what else but good. Isaiah Gonzalez, the last 2 buckets from that left side block, and now the Cavaliers down by just 2.
Nice little 4-0 run right here. Gonzalez with the high press, but a little bit too aggressive, gets called for the foul.
Yeah, Gonzalez with a hand check there, and the foul will go against Gonzalez, his first. Team's second. So far, not too many fouls, Sam. I think a good number for each team. You know, you start worrying about that, especially as a broadcaster, that you might be here longer than you need to be because fouls start racking up and physicality's kept to a minimum. That one, no good. The floater, now loose ball and jump ball called. And it will go to, I believe, the Cavaliers.
This is one of the reasons why I love broadcasting high school sports. You just get pure hustle and heart no matter what the play is. I mean, every play is a hustle play.
Yeah, Sam, great point. That's why I think high school sports are the best kind of sports. Obviously,
no NILs to worry about.
Right.
Nothing of that nature.
Yeah, money doesn't play any part in it. You don't worry about NIL, although NIL is a thing in high school nowadays, a little bit to an extent. But regardless, where the passion lies. It's not to collect a paycheck necessarily. More often than not, it's to play something they love, and whether it's the players in the court, the fans in the crowd, it's a genuine love for what they're out there doing. Gonzalez shot fake up from the elbow. Good 6-0 run for the Cavaliers, fueled by Isaiah Gonzalez, and we are tied up at 9. Right there, Sam, we're seeing just what Isaiah Gonzalez is able to do, and he's taken over the last couple minutes of this game.
Yep,
over and back.
Yep. This Cavaliers team has come to life here after being down 7-2.
And you got to give credit to that guy wandering the sidelines and what I would assume are Jordans, Sam. Corey Smith, one of the best shoe collections around. He called that timeout and really was mad at his defense. And whatever he said to them in that huddle during that timeout has steered this ship straight. And now the Cavaliers look to take their first lead of the game. Gonzalez and company. Here's Keller, 3 up, no good, rattles around. Great box out down low and allows the Hurricanes to come away with the basketball.
Cavaliers are 0 for 4 right now from 3.
Drive inside, kick out, shot again from range. This left side's been busy, but air ball no good. Keller with the board. Cavaliers get it ahead. 2:20 left, first quarter play. Gonzalez, the 3, good! Isaiah Gonzalez make it a 9-0 run.
9 straight points from Isaiah Gonzalez.
Gonzalez now has as many points as the Hurricanes do in total, and that will draw a timeout from the aforementioned Hurricanes. So, Sam, I think it's pretty clear. Cavaliers fueled right now by the efforts of Isaiah Gonzalez, and boy, oh boy, he's a guy you don't want to see get hot if you're the opposing team.
Gonzalez able to create space. I mean, he can shoot with like very little space as well. Just his ability to drive. He's a triple threat type of player. He plays incredible defense on both ends of the ball. And as we take this timeout here, we will thank our timeout sponsor here, Valley Dairy, for sponsoring us tonight here on High Top Sports Network. I'm going to start a non-conference play here for the high school basketball season in this one, as the Cavaliers are in the midst of a 9-0 run via Isaiah Gonzalez. Over the last 4 minutes of play, how will Newcastle respond to this 9-0 run? Taking a couple of three-pointers that just haven't touched the rim. The last 3 to be exact. They are 2 for 5 now from beyond the arc.
Again, still trying to get rosters. No, that one's dribbled out of bounds. Good defense causes the turnover, but yes, I'm looking for a roster. I'm gonna petition something for the PIAA or whoever thinks they have the power to do so. Let's find a site that's consistent. You can find schedules, you can find rosters. Hey, maybe even some stats, because that doesn't exist. And there's a kind of a accidental trip. People pleading on the Kiski sideline for a foul, but I think that was kind of accidental. Sam will let that one play on and turn over a rare one since the early part of this game for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, under 2 minutes here left to play. Newcastle looking for a response here. They have yet to score a basket since the 6:52 mark. That's when their last basket came. There's a set play. Long,
wow.
Trae Young type 3 that rattles in and out.
That's the part of basketball, Sam, I think I am starting to dislike a little bit now these days. Just the 3 game, just too much, too welcomed in amateur basketball. You know, I understand it in NBA basketball, but high school basketball, you're not going to find too many guys that are going to hit that shot consistently.
Yeah, that I would definitely agree with you.
1:16 left here. Quarter number 1. 2 fouls each, or actually, excuse me, 3 fouls for the Hurricanes, 2 for the Cavaliers. Another shot from range by Keller. Looked like his elbow might have been
We'll call
hit.
that a pass.
Yeah, and who else? But Gonzalez there waiting for it, puts it up and in. So
11-0 run now.
The pass wink by Keller finds Gonzalez, and the lead now extended to 5.
Give Gonzalez 11 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, 11 of the team's 14. One of those coming from his younger brother. And not sure the other 2 were scored by. They're not in the game presently. I think it's Owen Pearson, if not mistaken.
It was a 3 ball. Or no?
No, it was a 2. It was a 4. Yeah. As I said, his younger brother made that one for 2 from the line, and then I believe it was Pearson who had a shot on the block. That's why he's not on the scoreboard, because he's on the bench. But that one is good. So he must have heard me on that last one, Sam, and that maybe it's not the best thing to jacking up shots from that deep. But he says, "Excuse me, I can make that." Pretty much from the Whippeal logo, and it's back to a 2-point game.
That's a Mainstay Life Services 3-pointer right there. Other sponsor, bang, bang. Back-to-back 3-pointers. Both teams straight them from the corner.
Yeah, Keller shooting a couple threes here so far, Sam. Not able to get him to fall, but that one pure. Right back to the other end, and a charge drawn. Love that. Ball back over to the Cavaliers with just 5 seconds left, but coaches love that. If you watch a basketball coach on the sideline right after a player draws a foul like that, just as Corey Smith showed his excitement, coaches love that. Putting the body on the line and giving the Cavaliers a chance for the final shot here in the first quarter, leading by 5. It'll be. Go ahead, Sam. Sorry.
Sorry, all you. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
5.2 to go. This is smart. Let the ball roll up a little bit before you touch it.
Gonzalez puts it up. No foul called. That's where we will end it, with the Cavaliers leading 17-12 after the first quarter of play here at Kiski Area High School in Leechburg, PA. Joe Rhodes, Sam Goldberg. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back here on High Top Sports Network.
Armstrong Indoor Athletics, located at 132 South Grand Street Avenue in downtown Katanning, offers a state-of-the-art training facility and top-tier instruction by experienced coaches to help turn your youngster into the best baseball or softball player they can be. Batting cage and bullpen lane rentals are available for 30 to 60-minute sessions, and you can also sign your baseball or softball player up for private hitting, pitching, fielding, and catching instruction with our knowledgeable staff. Be sure to visit Armstrong Indoor Athletics online at aia.team or call them at 724-599-9761 for more information today.
Welcome back here to Cavaliers High School, the Kiski area high school that is. And we got a thriller so far. Lots of offense here in quarter number one, led by Isaiah Gonzalez with 11 points. He was absolutely on fire. I'm lucky that Joe is letting me take over play-by-play duties for the time being until he's ready to go.
No, it's all you. Have at it. I've done this. People probably are out there tired of hearing my voice for the number of times I've been in this venue and called games here, so give them a little bit of a change of pace.
A little bit of a breather.
Oh, Mark. I just got rosters from my man Mark, and I appreciate him dearly. He's my man.
There we go.
But they are blurry. They're very, very blurry. Oh, boy.
On the corner, pump fake.
I'm going to walk down there and get a picture, Sam, if you could hold it down for me.
I will do that indeed, as there's a turnover by Newcastle. Newcastle has been stuck right now offensively. Ball at the top of the key. Gonzalez surveying, kicks it to the low block. That ball is up and good, and the foul. Count it. Isaiah Gonzalez on a tear right now. Give him 13 and one more at the charity stripe. He's got 13 so far in this one. The free throw is up and good. 20-12. And Cavaliers showing some pressure here, a little bit of full court pressure. Ball goes to the corner. Great, excellent defense right here by the Cavaliers. Ed, just a little bit too overzealous. Hart gets called for the foul. Gets called for the foul, excuse me. Just listening off of public address announcer. Be one foul apiece here for both teams. Cavaliers playing aggressive defense. Now to the top of the key, long three-pointer. The bank is not open, but there will be a foul underneath the basket, and it will be called on Newcastle. Newcastle started off this game strong. They were in the midst. They had a lead of 7-2. And since then, over the course of the latter half of the first quarter and the start of the second quarter here, it's a 18-5 run. And the Cavaliers dribble drive. That one no good. Offensive rebound. Oh, good. The putback is there. Third time's the charm. Turning garbage into gold. Down low. Make it a 20-5 run right now for the Cavaliers.
Back here, Sam. Glad to be back. Mark Flem hooking me up.
Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Newcastle. Cavaliers slowly starting to take control of this game in the midst of a 20-5 run. In the corner, there's a three. That rims out. Offensive rebound is good.
Much needed there by the Hurricanes, trying to slow down this offensive juggernaut that has become the Cavaliers here over the course of the end of the first quarter and here in the early stage of the second quarter.
Isaiah Gonzalez stealing the show right now. He's got the hot hand. He will make it rain in and out. But an offensive rebound.
Oh, nice dish.
Oh, what a great pass. Blocked, but not in the official's eyes, as it will be a foul.
Well, it's similar to what happened
Contact to the head.
Sorry, Sam. That's
No,
similar to what happened on the other end of the court whenever the foul was drawn against the Hurricane, where there was a block, but also too there's a block, but a second defender came over and gave the body. So the block was good, but the second defender, I guess, gave a little bit too much body, and that's why the foul was called, but no good on the first. So Cavaliers leaving points on the board at the free throw line.
They are 3 of 6 right now from the charity stripe. They call it free throws because it's the freest shot you will ever get, as the second one is good.
Musselman there with the free throw, his first point of the game, Sam.
Cavaliers showing that high press again. They're going to set the trap, but now it's a 3-on-1 down low. Drive, offensive foul, the second charge of the game.
Yeah, much to the
Go
dismay.
the other way.
Yeah, much to the dismay of the Hurricane head coach. He's kind of sliding a little bit. That one was awfully close, Sam. The first one I think was clear cut for the Cavaliers a moment ago, but that one as close as you can get without your eyes getting wet, as old Greg once said.
It was close, but again, it was 3-on-1 underneath the hoop. All you had to do was make a good, simple pass, and you have a nice, easy layup instead.
Yeah, great point.
An out-of-control drive is what that led to the charge.
Yeah, great point. They definitely had a guy open in the opposite block.
Oh, man, lapse of defense right there. That ball rims off.
Oh.
Another offensive rebound, and there we go, another foul.
Yeah, we saw the limited number of second chance opportunities in the early portion of this game, and now the Cavaliers, as you see, getting some offensive boards and extending their possessions and looking to make it pay off with some points here at the line.
First free throw up and good.
10-point lead, Sam. It's not how it started, how it's currently looking. Cavaliers really turning this one around quickly.
The second one up and good for the Cavaliers. Another high press here from the Cavaliers. 5:12 left to go. Dribbling inside the painted area and another turnover. Cavaliers now look to push, getting double teamed. And it'll go out of bounds. Gonzalez doing a great job keeping possession there after he was double teamed. See some substitutions coming in now for the Hurricanes. See one here for the Cavaliers as well. Gonzalez has the hot hand. He's got a solid 14 points to his name right now.
Apologize, our scoreboard's up there. It's a nice Grease contracting logo. Tonight's scoreboard sponsor, but I got the scoreboard on the bottom, Sam.
Oh.
So you have to excuse me there.
Offensive rebound goes for the Cavaliers.
Heinley with the putback, the lefty quarterback for the football team, having a nice job there, helping out the offense.
Mid-range jumper, no good. Battle for it now in the backcourt. 3-on-1. That ball is up. The basket. The ball went in the basket, but it will be a charge.
Wow, this rare number of charges in this one so far. We've seen 3. 2 for Kiski. They're the first for the Hurricanes. It's funny, Sam, I always think, you go south and you see some obscure mascots that you wouldn't see here, like the Gators and some more tropical and like warm weather animals. The Hurricanes, we don't really get hurricanes here. So it's like it's that one outlier in terms of mascots that we still have up here that you would also probably see in a more tropical / warmer environment. But I petition that we allow like dolphins and sharks to be mascots here in Pennsylvania. What do you?
Yeah, something like that. There's a pass intended for the paint that gets stolen away. In transition, it's the Cavaliers. Cross court into the corner. Drive along the baseline. Little pump fake. goes up with it. Are they going to give him 2 shots? No, they're going to call an offensive foul. It will go the other way. We are halfway through period number 2. In this one, 27-14 your score. Newcastle need to figure out something. They got to get something going here to stop the bleeding right now. The one thing about high school, though, is that there is no shot clock, so they can just kind of hold this ball around, and that pass just was intended to nobody on the baseline, and it'll be another turnover. Make that 4 straight possessions now for Newcastle with a turnover. That is not how you win basketball games, Joseph.
No, it is not. And man, it's the first time I've been called Joseph in a while. I kind of was wondering if you're actually talking to me. I don't get called that often. It's like the doctor's office, I think, is one exception. I can't think of too many others. I think even those out there, I've never referred to myself as that on the air either. But just to confirm, that is my given name. If it does appear on my birth certificate. But yeah, Sam, it's been an exciting game, and really got to be impressed with what Kiski's done here. One thing that can hurt any team, regardless of sport, is getting off to a slow start. And that was the case, I think, for Kiski area. And so far, they ever since that slow start, they've been mighty impressive, led by the efforts of Isaiah Gonzalez. Are you a big Outkast fan?
Honestly, I haven't heard an Outkast song in a hot minute.
I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. Love me some Andre 3000. Speaking of Sam, I have $1 million question for you here. So I messaged you during the holiday, the Thanksgiving Day holiday. I can make that bigger for you here. You're trying to get the rosters finally. Mark Flem, the man. Fellow golf ball hound.
One. I got one, and then
okay.
the other.
But Mark Flem able to get us these rosters. But I saw you. I wish you a happy Thanksgiving there, and you sent me back a very nice picture of somewhere really warm looking. Where were you?
Oh, I was in Coral Springs, Florida.
Yeah, talk about the league getting buried here today.
Celebrating my cousin's 21st and Thanksgiving.
That's amazing. Hopefully,
it was quite fun.
I don't know too many 21st birthdays that aren't fun.
Back to action here, just over 3 minutes here. Ball in the right wing, trying to look into the low block. That ball wasn't tipped. It'll be a turnover here for the Cavaliers.
I think we got this train back on track. We got rosters. We got my sanity back, Sam. I think we're good.
Turnover goes against Gonzalez. 3 from the corner, just a bit long. Did catch a little bit of rim. Offensive rebound for Newcastle. Dribble into the paint. That will go the other way. Back-to-back turnovers.
And that's been a big part of this run by Kiski area. The defense has improved. I'm going to go back to that timeout called by head coach Corey Smith. Rocking the Nikes as always, or excuse me, the Jordans as always, Sam, just to confirm. But Coach Corey knows just how to pull the strings and use that timeout wisely, and ever since the defense has been stifling.
3 straight turnovers now in the game.
And also I got the scoreboard in the correct place. Good for me.
There we go. We are making it happen here on High Top Sports Network.
Always.
Pass into the low block, kicked back out to the right wing. Top of the key for Harrison. He'll take a 3-pointer. That rims out, and it'll stay in possession of Newcastle. It's to be Jackson who will throw it in. 2:22 left to play here in quarter number 2. Lots of twos going around. That ball is up and in, and one for Damian Harrison. And finally a basket for Newcastle as they so desperately needed one.
Yeah, they did, and kind of stopping the bleeding here at a time that's kind of pivotal. We want to have a good, strong finish here with 2:21 left in the second quarter to hopefully kind of gain some momentum going into what will obviously be a very important second half of this one.
Free throw no good, and an offensive foul as a couple players come together. Things getting a little bit chippy in this one. Foul goes on number 21. It's JT Warren who gets called for the foul. And it should be 1-1 here, as that'll be the 6th team foul for Newcastle. JT Warren gets called for the foul, going to the line for Kiski. The first one just a bit strong. Looks to be Terry Martin, the senior.
Scary Terry.
Yes, Scary Terry.
Had a really nice tournament up at Armstrong. The lefty.
The second one is good after hitting the front rim.
I should probably check with Terry if he doesn't mind being called Scary Terry. I think some might probably have a problem with it. I would embrace it.
Well, if it likes Terry McLaurin, the Commanders wide receiver, I think it'll be fine. Two minutes, 15 seconds left to play here in the first half. Solid press here by the Cavaliers. Can't get the ball, though. That ball's in the corner, and it goes down all nylon for Harrison. And the Cavaliers quickly in transition. Low block, up, no good, but there is contact and a foul. And the Cavaliers will shoot two.
Again, great job of keeping their heads up and passing the ball down court to find Heinley there in the block. And he used a nice little shot fake to draw the foul, and he'll go to the line and shoot two. A lot of free throws for the Cavaliers here in this first half.
At the line is Carson Hele. The first one is short.
Wow.
The second one up and good for Heinley. Under 2 minutes now to play here in quarter number two.
Yeah, Gonzalez gotten a little more quiet here of late. Really, I don't think that's too surprising. You have to make adjustments and guard guys a little bit better like him. But two, the Cavaliers have done a good job of looking up court, as I mentioned. You know, when they get defensive rebounds, they've done a solid job of getting the ball out and getting back down court in the offensive area.
Musselman gets called for the foul for Kiski area. Fourth team foul.
Really equal distribution for points on the side of the Hurricane. You get 8, 7, and 4 up there, respectively. Two players out there right now with no points, but a little more balance in their scoring than you have on the Kiski area side, where pretty much Isaiah Gonzalez has half of your points.
Jackson has the ball at the front court. He will drive with his right. Does a little spin. Breaks his defender and cashes in nicely. What a move right there by Jackson.
Lost Art, the little teardrop runner right there. Nice move and tough shot down going baseline, but there's a nice move.
Oh, Spinaroonie for two.
Yeah, Musselman with the spin around the defender on the block and puts it up and in. That was a good move to counter another.
Jackson crosses over around the charity stripe. He gets it out to the right wing. That three ball is aired. That's the fourth air ball for Newcastle.
Settling for those threes again, Sam. You can't do that. In high school basketball, it's such a tough shot to hit consistently. As there's another three-point attempt, no good. You got to get to the bucket more often. And as I always say, when you get to the basket, you do two good things. You have a chance of scoring a high percentage shot, and you have a good chance of drawing a foul. And nothing hurts an opponent more than having a guy sitting on the bench.
Nice offensive rebound. Blundo now with it at the top of the key. 23 seconds. It looks like they're going to hold for one here for the last shot. 31-21. A basket here would be monumental to get it within single digits.
Yeah,
Blundo with Jackson to his left. Gets a screen from Warren. Blundo, long range three. Bank is not there. And that will do it for the first half. The Cavaliers 31, Newcastle 21. And the story of the night right now, 14 of the Cavaliers' points belong to Gonzalez. that being Isaiah Gonzalez.
Norega Jackson there had a chance possibly, Sam, for a second chance right before the buzzer sounded. He was walking to the bench already. You got to play until the whistle blows, and in this case, until the siren goes off. Following rebounds is something that I know when I played basketball eons ago, Sam. Once upon a time, back in the early 2000s, say 2006, it's my senior year, to give you an idea. Coaches emphasize 2000. I told you eons here, man. That's an eon. Our coach and coaches at that time really emphasized, following your shot. The way the game has changed, so, you don't see that as much, that emphasized as much. And that's a shame because I think right there in that case, Jackson was looking for the basketball instead of already walking and getting ready to go to the break. He might have had a chance to put that shot up and possibly give the Hurricanes a much-needed basket to go into that second half because, again, it's just as important, I think, for the Cavaliers to sustain what they did and not let this break slow what they've done. But I think it's also important for the Hurricanes to kind of make some adjustments, adjust what they need to do on the defensive side. A lot of bad fouls as well. We've seen the Cavaliers go to the free throw line a good bit of times here so far. And, the other thing that wasn't happening early on in the game when the Hurricanes looked really strong, the Cavaliers weren't getting second chance opportunities. You saw that number grow and grow and grow as that first half went on. And as a result, that point spread and the lead by the Cavaliers grew.
Yeah, and as you said, following your shot, ever so important. There's been a lot of one-and-done possessions so far in this ball game, and as you know, one-and-done isn't the way to go in basketball. You got to try and grind for points.
Sam, if I may, I'd like to give a shout-out to one of our sponsors, one that near and dear to me because last year I talked about using this establishment. Have yet to do so because I've been boycotting haircuts because I don't have as much anymore, Sam. You can understand it's kind of pointless to go to a place when you have male pattern balding. But I can still get a little bit of a trim, as I like to say, get my hair did. Sam, I think the best place in this area to do so is the one.
Keep scrolling down.
Yep.
There you go.
I'm sorry, Elevated Beauty Salon. Hashtag get your hair did. Thank you to Elevated Beauty Salon for their support of High Top Sports Network and these student athletes out here displaying their skill and their love for basketball. I just said fur. It's a Western Pennsylvania thing to do. But, thank you again to Elevated Beauty Salon. I also want to thank our other sponsors, Curran Schaefer Funeral Homes, Valley Dairy, Mainstay Life Services, and, of course, tonight's scoreboard sponsor, Grease Contracting. Thank you all for your support of High Top Sports Network and the student athletes that you see on the screen tonight, wherever you may be. Sam?
Let's talk a little about Isaiah Gonzalez.
I want to talk more about Coral Springs, Florida. You buried the lead, my man. I was very busy that day, but I went to Josh later that night. Josh Schreckengoss, the other part of High Top Sports Network's ownership group, and I said to him, Goldberg just sent me a picture with palm trees in the background. I go, where is he? And I totally forgot to ask you until now.
That's pretty funny.
But I was kind of like, if Sam's going somewhere nice and warm for Thanksgiving, I'm going to go with the Goldberg family next year for
hey, we're always looking for
Thanksgiving.
To add new family members.
All right, so, right on.
You'll be an honorary.
Just call me Joe Goldberg.
Yeah, you'll be an honorary Goldberg.
But I also want to point out too, before we get back into the serious stuff here, Sam, that Kiski area. Let's get the camera on this, so see if the folks out there can agree with me real quickly. That mascot on that sign over there, and again, I like to keep things light, Sam. So this is one of those moments. Does that look like anything or anyone to you? No?
If you could
You're looking at me baffled.
Yeah,
you look
I
baffled.
have pure confusion.
That
right
looks
now
like
on my
Johnny
face.
Depp to me.
That looks like Johnny Depp to you?
Does it not? I bet the folks out there can judge for themselves. I think it looks a lot like Johnny Depp. So
now you're gonna have to make me Google an image of Johnny.
That's my last
Johnny
bit
Depp.
of humor for the for now. You could proceed in the serious basketball talk
man.
here if
No,
you'd
now
like.
I gotta see. Now I gotta see what Johnny Depp looks like now.
Yep. See. So I'll talk a little bit while you're doing that. Again, got to be really impressed, not just with how Kiski area has handled their business in this game, but what they've done so far this season. They've been pretty strong. There were a couple mistakes early on in this game, as Sam is holding side by side a picture of Johnny Depp.
You know what? I see it now.
Thank
see
you.
Where you're coming from.
Like I'm talking like Pirates of the Caribbean, Johnny Depp.
Yeah, like.
Thank you. Yeah. First, you're talking. Look at me like I'm. It's a fair point. It's a fair point. Did they model that Cavalier after Johnny Depp? I don't know. I'll have to ask
maybe
John Peterman.
Whoever the principal was and whoever rebranded the school was a Johnny Depp fan and a
Maybe.
Cleveland Cavaliers fan.
Maybe I'll ask John Peterman on my way out. Thanks to John for his help getting us in here tonight and setting things up for us. He got his Ethernet cord that wasn't in place prior to us getting here, so thanks to John. But yeah, Johnny Depp aside, back to the Cavaliers. Really impressed with what they've done this year. I think the mistakes have been limited. I think when they've occurred, you've seen them correct them pretty quickly. That dating back to the Armstrong tip-off tournament. And tonight, that was the case. I think early on, the defense wasn't very strong. Guys were out of position. You saw Corey Smith take that timeout. That timeout, I think, really was a big turning point in this basketball game and could prove to be the biggest turning point when we look back on it because really the whole look of these Cavaliers changed after that. Their defense was sharper, more on point. They were giving up less second chance opportunities, and then when they were getting the basketball, a lot of that was a result of second chances of their own. So while they improved that area of their game, it seemed like the Hurricanes started lacking a little bit more in that, allowing the Cavaliers to get those second chance opportunities, and as a result, end up at the free throw line a good bit. So that's kind of what stood out to me. Definitely Isaiah Gonzalez getting his team kind of back in gear, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, nearly half of the Cavaliers' points at 14. He's shown it. He's shown he can quite literally do it all. I mean, he scored from beyond the arc. He scored inside, from mid-range as well. He's basically a three-area threat. From anywhere.
Yeah, that's an excellent point. And I talked briefly there in the second quarter about the equal distribution on the points on the side of the Hurricanes. If you look at Kiski area, your next biggest point total is number 33. Yep, Owen Pearson, the senior 6'3" forward. He only has 4. Then right behind him, you have 2 guys with 3 points, respectively. Number 10, that, of course, Jacob Musselman. He had a nice little move there, that little spin move in the lane. And then he also scored another basket. He made a free throw, so that gave him his 3 points. And another scorer with 3 points, that would be number 14, the one and only Carson Heinley, the junior. And then one other scorer to speak of on this Kiski area team. So only 5 guys in the scoring column, and that was a 1 point scored by Amari Gonzalez.
So if you're Newcastle, if you can stop Isaiah Gonzalez and force the other guys on Cavaliers to shoot.
That's tricky, though, because here's what I will say to that. Now, one of the biggest wins I've ever been part of in my life, the other team had a star player, ended up playing at Penn State. Great basketball player. I'll just say Adam Heiberger. I played at Marion Center. He played at Blairsville. We beat them. We ended their undefeated season. How? My head coach, Steve Woodrow, his philosophy was stop everybody else. Make him beat you single-handedly. And it ended up working, of course, because we won. But sometimes I think that is a good thing. Because I don't know if Isaiah Gonzalez can go out here and single-handedly win this game and put another, 30 points in the scoreboard to kind of run away and hide. So I think I don't want to say let Isaiah Gonzalez beat you, but don't let the rest of the cast and crew, I guess, beat you, is how I would put that.
I wouldn't be surprised if Newcastle goes to a box and one type of formation where they have the 4 corners around the painted area guarded and then just have one person stick on Isaiah Gonzalez.
Yeah.
That wouldn't surprise me if they go to that type of formation.
Yeah, thank you. I'm going to call that the elevated salon halftime show.
Yeah.
Where we talk about Johnny Depp and
Here we go.
how I'm going to become a Goldberg.
And Coral Springs, Florida.
Forget Coral Springs, Florida. I might actually hopefully be heading to Vero Beach, Florida here shortly to see my dad. How far is that from Coral Springs, Sam?
I have no idea.
It's kind of by Orlando from what I understand.
Coral Springs is about 2 hours from Orlando, 3.
I feel like everything in Florida is about 2 hours from everything else.
Yeah, it's a big state.
Yeah,
you don't realize
top
how
to
big
bottom.
of a state it is.
No doubt. Well, that as much as people I'm sure would love to continue to hear our talk about such things. Third quarter about to get underway.
Here we go. It'll be Kiski area ball to start the second half of play. 31-21 is your score in this contest as we are underway as Amari Gonzalez will have it at the top of the key. Ball goes into the paint, wrap around. That ball's good. High arcing layup.
Just the way to come out of the locker room and get things going is the Cavaliers in a little bit of a press to start. And that one's stolen away.
Nice press right there. Stolen by Martin. Up and good.
Scary Terry with a big steal and finish in the offensive end.
He's got 4 straight points to start the second half.
Wow, that's kind of a gut punch if you're the Hurricanes. You got to respond here now.
On the key, it's Blundo. He'll dribble it, drive, kick back out. Overplay. 3 ball from the key. From the wing, that's no good. Offensive rebound misses. And we will go the other way.
Hey, I'm muting up.
That one rimmed out.
Oops, sorry about that. Sam and I are switching. I'm going to run a little camera here, folks. You're wondering what the heck's going on. We're playing
we're playing a little bit of musical chairs right here.
Yep.
Oh, man. 35-21 is your score. Shot from the wing is good. That 3 ball catches all nylon right there.
Oh, sorry. Forgot I was doing camera again. There, my bad. Apologies, Sam.
A pass into the paint can't be handled, and it will go the other way.
Yeah, glanced off Pearson's hands. He kind of wasn't expecting it, but here's a chance for Newcastle. If you made the three-pointer that you were making early on in the game, you saw that be part of their early success. Now you got to use this turnover, this little bit of adversity that Kiski area's experienced, and turn it into something positive for you.
That's where that 4-point early run to start the quarter just didn't do them any favors. Steal, scoop, and score. Isaiah Gonzalez again. Give him 16.
Oops, sorry.
That'll be a travel after Harrison couldn't control it.
So we're like changing job responsibilities midstream. It's like, imagine thinking of like a homestead, and you're the plumber and I'm the electrician. All of a sudden, I'm holding wires and you're holding pipes. And
we are just taking this. It's our first basketball broadcast. This is what we'll together. We'll chalk it up to.
Oh yeah, gotta have the comic relief.
That'll be an offensive foul.
I think it's going to go against Martin, if I'm not mistaken. A little bit of a push-off. It is indeed. I like his aggressiveness, though. Oh, I'm sorry. Yep. Nope, that was against Pearson.
Yeah, Owen Pearson gets the call.
Still, though, I was going to say, Martin plays with kind of an edge that I like. Very intense, very colorful at times, but no doubt that he cares, and passion is obvious when you watch him play. And when he's able to utilize that and bottle up the right way, he's certainly shows on the court.
Jackson with it now at the top of the key. Moves it to Warren. It's Blundo. Over to Jackson.
Whoop, I just put my tripod in a hole.
Harris
Sorry about
thinking
that.
3, kick out to the corner. That one rattles away. Jackson runs that one out. Fast break though, over to Gonzalez and the foul! Isaiah Gonzalez has a chance to go to the charity stripe to get 19. He's got the game high 18.
Yeah, Sam, it's been an impressive display, and again, these trips to the free throw line continuing here for Kiski area.
Steal up and good. The game is now running away here for Kiski area. It is now becoming an even greater lead for Kiski. They're up now 42-24.
Yeah, this, y'all are going to make me lose my mind. That's what the Hurricanes coach is saying to his players right now. Again, turning the basketball over a lot and, committing fouls and allowing these Cavaliers to get to the basket and just be camping out at that free throw line here, Sam. They've been, I'd love to know the totals. I probably could text down to Mark Flem and ask him for sure. Also, shout out to Mike Love down there of the Trib. Mike's a good guy. But anyways, yeah, a lot of trips to the free throw line for the for the Cavaliers, and really they've just been mighty impressive. Is he talking to me? No, he's talking to him. I thought John Peterman was yelling up to us about something, but there you go. Yeah, my man. Ingenuity at its finest right there. Sam getting a quad screen look on our monitor here, but yeah, again, I want to really just give Kiski credit. You know, they've taken advantage of mistakes. That's one part of winning games. You got to, whenever you have a chance to pounce and your opponent makes mistakes, you got to jump on them, and that's certainly been the case here tonight. As Kiski is forcing turnovers, almost another one right there, and turn those into points. Whoops, sorry, whoa. That's my fault again. I'll do better this time.
There's another foul. Coach Smith, not sure if he's not happy with the foul or not happy with his players.
Oh, sorry, Sam. Yeah, I just want to use that screen if I may.
Oh, I got you. It's Blundo with the ball in the corner, trying to get around the defender on him, but he can't do so. Isaiah Gonzalez was there. Isaiah Gonzalez was there on defense. Everybody seems to be confused what the call is.
Yeah, Blundo and Gonzalez there. The younger Gonzalez we're walking in circles there for a moment.
Martin to throw the ball in here for Kiski. Gets it in, and now a little bit of a full court press here shown by the Hurricanes, but it's Gonzalez in transition. Under the basket, reverse layup won't go. Great pass right there from Gonzalez, but unfortunately Martin couldn't finish.
Yeah, tough up and under, but right idea for the Cavaliers.
Right wing three, that's a bit strong. Offensive rebound by Jackson. Jackson to the top of the key for Harris. Harris dribble drive, up with his left, bit strong, and that will be a over the back foul on number 21, JT Warren. That'll be the second team foul.
Yeah, great box out there to draw that foul. And you saw Corey Smith's excitement there.
You want to switch drinks?
Oh, did I just drink your drink? Sorry, Sam. How long have I been doing that for? Jeez. I'm sorry, man. You want mine? You can have it.
No, you're good.
Oh, boy.
Still getting that's
story of my life.
Hey, we are in non-conference action as well. Right wing drive, and there will be a foul.
Nice job there by Musselman, hanging and drawing that foul.
Really muscled his way up to catch a foul.
Pun intended.
Blundo will get called for the foul.
Number 10, Jake Musselman.
And Musselman's done a good job of getting to the hoop here tonight. That's the kind of basketball I like to see in high school basketball. You know, drive the lane, get there, and what to do. As I said, you have a high percentage chance of making the basket, and you also draw a foul against your opponent. You know, what's the easiest way to take an opponent out of the game? You put them on the bench.
Exactly. First free throw was up and good. The second one from the charity stripe is also good.
He's like a stool. Look at a stool.
Cavaliers still showing that full court press. Harris, cross court to Blundo. Will get it to Harrison. Harrison surveys. He is guarded closely. To the right wing it goes to Harris. There's a drive that goes off the rim. Offensive rebound, though, to Jackson. He gets fouled, or is there a foul away from the ball?
Kiski area foul. Number 14, Carson Heinley.
There's Carson.
Finally, yeah.
Finally gets called for the foul. It was off ball.
So 3 fouls for both teams here, Sam. Sorry.
Yeah. Both teams slowly getting into that foul trouble. Shot from the right wing is good. Nothing but net right there. Kyrell Harris, the junior guard.
No help defense there.
Offensive rebound is up and in. Turning garbage into gold is Carson Heinley. And
gotta love that.
I think we have a sideline warning as well on Corey Smith, I believe.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened, but Corey, just an excitable guy. Appreciate his excitement. I love people that love the game of basketball like myself, but you got to love what Heinley's brought to the game here over the last few minutes. Some hustle there, and again, no help defense on the side of the Hurricanes. You saw the lane be taken there, and that allowed I believe it was Gonzalez to get to the basket. But there's Heinley, heads up play, smart high IQ play. He's right there waiting for the rebound, puts it up and in, and it's just kind of mental mistakes that are really hindering these Hurricanes right now. You got to take care of the fundamentals. One of those, boxing out. You've seen the Cavaliers do that well. You talk about help side defense and things of the sort. Those are the things that the Cavaliers have excelled at, and things that the Hurricanes have kind of failed at least here early on in this third quarter. Not early on, it's 2:46 left.
Colin Keller checks into the game for the Cavaliers, and they are still running that high court press, but Newcastle does a great job to get out of it. Quick three-pointer from the wing, off the front of the rim. Excellent rebound right there.
You have a 2-on-1 right there, Sam. You got to get to the basket.
By Martin Gonzalez the other way. Little Euro step to give him 21 on the game.
Mama, that man. Isaiah Gonzalez. Just doing Isaiah Gonzalez type things.
Jackson loses the ball. It goes to Gonzalez. Brother-to-brother connection. Layup no good, but there's a foul.
Man, oh man, this defense. We could talk about how efficient and how well this Cavaliers offense has played tonight, but they've generated a lot of that good offense by their defense. Now the fourth foul on Blundo.
That turnover, or that play, really started up by Musselman, who got in there with the steal, and then Amir Gonzalez got it to his brother Isaiah for the foul. As the first one from the charity stripe is good.
I'm having a mental blank. Is it the best offense is a good defense, or is it the other way around? A good defense is a good offense. I think it's the first.
I think it's
the former, not the latter.
Yeah.
But that's the case tonight for the Cavaliers, if you really look at it. Their defense has definitely been the stabling force to allow them to generate the points they've gotten.
Second free throw, no good, as there is a foul. That'll go against number 3, Martin.
Yeah, Sam, if there's one thing I'll critique the Cavaliers about is what they've done at the free throw line. They've gotten better, I guess, but right there, just 50%, 1 for 2 for Gonzalez at the line there. Left a lot of points at the line. If you imagine what this score would be if Kiski area were able to take advantage of those.
Blundo with it. This high court pressure here by the Cavaliers. Blundo driving into the lane, tried to get it to somebody else, and then that ball took a redirection, and that layup is up and good.
Nice little runner there for the Hurricanes.
Skip pass to the corner is a bit long. Offensive rebound, though. Shot from the wing, a bit long.
Kiski kind of settling for shots there, being content with shooting threes when there was an open lane right there for Pearson had he put the ball on the floor.
Newcastle in transition. They're going to set up. It's Blundo. Long range three, top of the key, a bit long. Long rebound to the other wing. Another three-point attempt. Also a bit long as well. The three-point attempts just a bit strong and going all over the place for Newcastle, as we are just a tad over a minute left to play here in quarter number 3. There's a drive, a no call. Newcastle will work it from backcourt to front court. To the corner, 3 ball. That is a bit short.
Man, it's turned into a three-point competition here in this final moments of the third quarter, 55 seconds left, Sam.
Well, if you are Newcastle, you desperately need threes as you're down by 20.
You need points in general. I don't know if necessarily the just jacking up threes is the way to get back into this. I think just getting points, sure points.
Isaiah Gonzalez, or excuse me, it's Amir Gonzalez with the ball. Now on the left wing.
Cavaliers content holding for the last shot, it seems.
Isaiah Gonzalez, top of the key. 20 seconds. To the left wing it goes.
14 seconds left, Sam. See what the Cavaliers set up here in these final seconds.
Going down to 10, it's Jackson at the top of the key. Musselman back to Gonzalez. Gonzalez, step back three. Oh, he got the foul call with 1.5 seconds to go. That would have been a heck of a 4-point play.
And a continuation of the mental mistakes that we've seen from Newcastle. No reason to foul there. Now you're just putting them on the line, the Cavaliers, that is. A place where they've not exactly excelled necessarily, but just this is a kind of a boneheaded foul right there. No reason for it with 1.5 seconds left.
First one is a bit short for Amir Gonzalez.
And that trend continues. The Cavaliers, they've had one blind spot in their game tonight. It's been their performance at the charity stripe.
Second one is nothing but netter.
Free throw line sponsor again. Sam, you have it written there.
Free throw line sponsored by one of our very generous sponsors of tonight's ball game. That being Elevated Beauty Salon.
Oh, get your hair did.
The third free throw attempt is up, and it rattles out. And that will do it here for quarter number 3.
1 for 3 from the line there, Sam. Just got to point that out again. What would this score be if Kiski area was shooting even a clip slightly better than what they are right now? I'm going to say they're somewhere around 50%, if not worse. Right there, 1 for 3.
They have about 9 missed free throws.
I'd say at least, yeah.
60 points.
Yeah, they'd be running away and hiding. And they still kind of are, up by 21 points at this point, Sam. But as much as Kiski area and I gave them plenty of credit there at halftime, and rightfully so, the Hurricanes are now kind of shooting themselves in the foot here. They came out of the locker room kind of, I don't want to say uninspired, but really, a couple turnovers there to start, allowing Kiski to make the first 2 baskets of the second half. I believe they were both off of turnovers, if I'm not mistaken. So, with that said, it's like you have to change the momentum, and the way to do that is by changing the way you play and not making mistakes and not creating these self-inflicted wounds, and that seems to be really what's hindered the Hurricanes here in the second half.
That I would definitely agree with you here, but nonetheless, 19 points in the quarter for Kiski, and only 8 for Newcastle. Kiski's played. I mean, they've had their mistakes in this ball game, but they haven't come back to haunt them.
No,
and that's the most important thing. They're playing a good game of basketball, and even with the mistakes, they're still keeping this high court pressure, or this full court press nonetheless. And it's really been affecting this game as a whole.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll have a chance here real quickly as we start the fourth quarter. Let's give one more shout out. Not one more, we'll give several more, but holler at our friends over at the Curran Schaefer Funeral Home. Thank you for your support.
Blundo at the top of the key. That pass is deflected.
Again, if you're Newcastle, you cannot turn the basketball over. There's a bump by Gonzalez.
That'll be on the floor. Blundo wanted continuation.
He can want it, but it wasn't. That was certainly on the floor. But again, drawing fouls, not a bad thing, and it'll yield points.
Harris, pull-up jumper. That rims out. Battle for the rebound. It's won by Musselman.
Again, just scrappy style of play here by these Cavaliers. Hustle, good box out, good hustle to loose balls. Just been just another strong performance in this early part of the season for the Cavaliers of Kiski area.
Musselman thinking 3, gives it up. Cavaliers working the ball around. It's Martin. Gonzalez leading the game at 22.
Just a quick observation. A lot of lefties on this Kiski area team. Here's one right here, Terry Martin.
Musselman from the wing. That's a bit strong. Oof. And that will stay with Cavaliers ball.
Wow. But again, give credit to the hustle of Martin, kind of sailing past the Newcastle player, number 24. Demarian Young. But, yeah, his hustle, a reason why that ball was able to stay with the Cavaliers, but they turned it over themselves now.
Turn over that ball. That is called a charge as Damian Harrison, again, just too wild going into the paint.
Yeah, you got to come to a jump stop there. they know that that's going to get called. This is the third such charge drawn by the Cavaliers. You got to know at this point that if they're set up there, you got to come to that jump stop, either dish the ball out or come to a jump stop and put that up.
So 6:34 left to play here in quarter number 4 in a game that's pretty much been wrapped up since the half.
You know, it's a good wrapped up. Leftovers from the Valley Dairy. So shout out to our friends at Valley Dairy, another wonderful sponsor of tonight's broadcast here on High Top Sports Network. This game between the Hurricanes and Cavaliers.
Musselman spinning around, gets tapped and fouled.
So this game's going to go slow, and here's what I'm going to tell you why, Sam. This is going to we're going to be in the bonus here real fast, I feel like. Unless the Hurricanes kind of pull back and kind of concede, but a lot of fouls here. We mentioned it. The Cavaliers spent a lot of the evening on the free throw line. That one, of course, on the floor, but a product of the good play of the Cavaliers as Keller puts up a 3.
As 3 ball rims out.
But some of them, Sam, just kind of a byproduct of lazy, sloppy defense, and Cavaliers will take advantage of that every time.
Harris has it in the corner. His 3-pointer high, arcing in his face. A great shot right there by Kyrell Harris.
He's up to 6 points as Harris.
Gonzalez, top of the key. Dribbles in, little runner,
oh,
kisses
man.
off the glass.
Tough shot.
Oh, man.
Note that Newcastle switched to a little bit of a zone, and the Cavaliers themselves will play a little bit of a zone now, Sam. But I like that idea, but Gonzalez, even hanging in there with the trees down low, able to take the contact and put it in off the glass.
3, the bank is closed, and now here come the Cavaliers.
Numbers.
3-on-1 basketball. Gonzalez over to Martin, left hand, just a bit strong, but there's a foul on the floor, and it will stay with the Cavaliers.
Once again, as I've said here numerous times, Kiski doing a good job of boxing out right there. A great box out will lead to the Cavaliers getting a second chance here as the ball will be inbound in that far block. But
everybody thinks it's free throws.
I don't know why. Maybe they're just assuming they're in the bonus. I don't know, but certainly not in the act of shooting. 30-second timeout, it looks like.
We're going to have an official timeout to check the amount of fouls right here. As they are at 5 fouls, it looks like. Oh, no, that's 5 fouls for number 3, Kyrell Harris. So he has to check out of the game.
And you realize Blundo out there has as many fouls as his jersey number 4. So one more, and he's out of the game too. So I don't want to talk about it too much more, but the foul is certainly a big part of the outcome here.
That shot is good.
Scary Terry making it look easy. They're a little up and under.
Chase Lemon is the one that checks into the game. Top of the key is Blundo, goes to Young. Blundo now, top of the key, little crossover. Driving with his left, kisses it off the window, but it's no good, and a blocking foul.
Yeah, that hurts. Grabs his elbow, just Blundo there. You can hear it, that's bone on wood there. I've been there, it's not a good feeling. But he wants to stay in this game, clearly. And that's the right idea, getting to the basket like that. I don't feel like I've seen Newcastle do that enough here tonight, Sam. Just kind of get to the basket. Again, my philosophy, you draw a foul, now you get the chance to shoot free throws, although you got to make them. But you have a chance to shoot uncontested shots with the clock stopped, and you draw a foul against your opponent. I just don't feel like the Hurricanes have done that enough here tonight.
Second free throw up and good. Gives Blundo 8 points on the night. Gonzalez with it. Gets it to his brother. Amir serving, gets it to Martin. Martin serving. Under pressure, swings it to Isaiah, who slings it across the court. Corner 3, that is no good.
Heinley going to be whistled for the foul there. With a great head of lettuce there, Heinley. Got a great haircut.
Rocking that mullet style.
Yep, I would do that too, but I'm losing mine. But doesn't mean I'm not going to go to one of my favorite places in the entire universe. Sam, do you know what that is?
What is that?
Elevated Beauty Salon.
I love the sponsor
Hashtag
plugs.
get your hair did. Thank you to Elevated Beauty Salon for their continued support of High Top Sports Network and the student athletes here at Kiski area.
Blundo, little runner, that's good. Blundo now into double digits with a 10.
Where was that early on in the game? Blundo doing a great job of penetrating the lane and getting to those spots, the high percentage spots.
As Peter Griffin says, corner three.
Yeah.
As that one goes down, and we have a timeout.
Yeah, well, we have the timeout. I want to thank another one of our wonderful sponsors, Sam, if I may. Mainstay Life Services. Mainstay Life Services, proud sponsor here on the network that some people, for whatever reason, call High Tops. Riddle me that. Why do you think people call us High Tops sometimes? I'm not doing this to be mean to anybody out there. This isn't.
Maybe because of heels? I don't know.
Or is it just because we're Western PA and we like to put S's on the end of things, like Aldi's and like Walmarts? I've heard people say Walmarts. You know, like, why do we put S's on the end of things? I'm thinking that's why people call us High Tops. What'd you say, plural? Because it's plural?
I don't know.
I just don't know if people just.
It's an interesting question
Yeah.
to think about.
Yeah. Anyways, your thoughts here, Sam. Just give me your overall impressions here in the waning moments of the fourth quarter.
Well, to put it simply, Isaiah Gonzalez has just been unstoppable. 24 points for the senior.
Yeah.
He's just been absolutely incredible.
Yeah, both sides of the basketball too. 24 points, very representative of what he's been able to do offensively, but he's been pretty darn sharp on the defensive end as well, as the case has been for all these Cavaliers tonight.
Lemon has it on the wing, gets it to Blundo. Blundo to Harrison, gets it inside to JT Warren.
Again,
That's the lead to 20.
good passing, getting the ball down low, high percentage shots. Don't know where this was earlier in the game, but as they say, better late than never, right, Sam?
Yeah, that's a good point. Pass down low to Isaiah Gonzalez. That pass a bit short, but a blocking foul is called. So that will send our high point man, Isaiah Gonzalez, to the line, but he's a bit shaken up.
Yeah, banged his kneecap. He can't leave.
He has to shoot free throws
Yeah.
here.
Number 1, Isaiah.
Unless the referee deems him too injured to shoot. Yeah, he has to shoot them.
I think
Weird rule. But I mean, you could pretend to have an injury, and if you're a bad free throw shooter, then sub in a guy that's a good free throw shooter. Certainly not the case for Isaiah. He's genuinely hurt, but I guess that's why that rule exists.
The first free throw, no good.
Say this is Corey Smith's third season already for the Cavaliers. Hard to believe. Back at his alma mater. Great X's and O's guy.
Second free throw up and good, and that will probably do it for Isaiah Gonzalez. Excellent night for the young man, 25 points.
Yeah, you would think this is probably it for him, barring some sort of epic comeback by the Hurricanes.
Really don't want to injure him, especially after the good start to the season that he is having. Blundo with it at the top of the key. He drives, gets it inside to JT Warren, who just fans on the layup. We'll go the other way. Musselman gets it inside, and the layup is good, but there is an offensive foul charging on Carson Heinley.
You know what, though? I like Heinley's style of play. I really do. He's very aggressive. Sometimes you'll get called for those, but I'm sure if you ask Coach Corey Smith, if you want him to kind of tone down that aggressive nature and that, like Terry Martin, both these guys, Heinley and Martin, just very intense, energetic, hustle guys, and every team needs those.
Newcastle needed to get that ball across. It was nearing the 10-second mark. The official was nearly there. Ball is tipped. It'll stay with Newcastle.
Can't say that Newcastle's really found a solution to the press by Kiski area. Very few easy points off of it.
Lemon with it. Inside to Young, to the wing, 3 ball. That's a bit long. There's a foul on the floor. We'll stay here.
The 1-1.
Yeah, we'll stay, it is a foul on the floor on Kiski area, so we will get free throws here.
One against, I believe, number 3, if I'm not mistaken, for the Cavaliers. Terry Martin, this is 4th. 2 players out there for the Cavaliers with 4 fouls. Martin and Heinley.
That first free throw up and good. Blundo now tied for the team high at 11. With Damian Harrison. The second one is up and no good. Offensive rebound, though, there is JT Warren. He cashes in. So instead of it being a two free throws, it ends up being a free throw and an offensive rebound to lead to 3 points.
Hit the 2-minute mark here, Sam. It's really, more, excluding these last few minutes, Kiski area just defensively just dominant. A lot of fun, and I said that press has been really good too. A lot of teams will find a way to break that press. That's not been the case here tonight for the Hurricanes.
Oh, lovely give and go right there, but it was read well. But a beautiful feed into the paint, but an offensive foul is called. Offensive foul, a premium here tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, I think both teams now, well, I'm sorry, that's 5. I think 3 for the Cavaliers, if I'm not mistaken, and 2 now for the Hurricanes. I don't think I've seen a game that included 5 charges in the last several years.
It's the game of basketball. Minute 38 left to play. Blundo on the right wing. Gets it over to Harrison. Swings it over to Lemon. Lemon thinking 3. Newcastle spreading the love. Harrison, deep 3-pointer. That's good.
And Newcastle getting the shots now that they needed a while ago. Harrison now with the team lead, 14 points, but it's going to be too little too late, I think, for Newcastle here. We about to hit the 1-minute mark, 1:07 left in this 4th quarter.
Gonzalez dribbling to the painted area. Musselman now has it, swings it back out to Martin. Martin will just dribble it back out. Keller hands it off to Musselman, who loses the ball. And now here come the Hurricanes the other way. Blundo will get the layup to go.
Now just a 13-point Kiski area lead, but don't let that score fool you. For much of this second half, the Cavaliers were up by 20 points or more.
Gonzalez gets a screen from Pearson. It goes to Martin. Martin to Musselman. Left wing. Pearson to Martin, and it looks like the Cavaliers here are just going to let the clock drain out here after a good performance.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, as Amir Gonzalez has it near midcourt. 7 seconds left to go. In this one, Kiski area will get the win here in non-conference play, 58-45. And Joe, no doubt who our star player of the game is.
Yeah, I think our mainstay life services player of the game has got to be Isaiah Gonzalez. 25 points speaks for itself, but as I said there earlier on, that his defense went right hand in hand with that great output you saw from the field offensively. And that same, I think, could be said for this entire Kiski team tonight. Defense was awesome. That press was awesome. Really, ever again, not to be redundant, but after that timeout by Corey Smith in the first quarter, things really turned and the defensive intensity, really increased. And, I mentioned guys like Terry Martin, mentioned guys like Heinley, who came in and were kind of, spark plugs. They both ended up having 4 fouls, coincidentally enough, but you need guys like that are aggressive. It really lends to what you saw tonight on the defensive end for Kiski area. A big victory here for these Cavaliers.
Indeed, I would agree with you on that. And also in the assists and rebound category, Gonzalez able to pick up 4 assists, get 6 rebounds to his name as well. So 24, 4, and 6 line for Isaiah Gonzalez, who has quite the start to his 2023-2024 campaign. But also on the other side of the ball, though, Newcastle, they did have a couple scores in double digits. Number 2, Damian Harrison, had 14 to his name, and number 4, Ralphie Belundo, had 13 to his name. But just unfortunately, the supporting cast around them just couldn't get it going. As it was just too much for Newcastle, as that Cavaliers full court press and constant pressing really is what helped the Cavaliers secure the victory today.
Yeah, that's good defense leads to offense, and that's why you saw the scoring output from this Kiski team here tonight. Yeah, granted, they gave up 45. That's still not a lot, but that would be a lot lower, you would imagine, had they not gotten those kind of garbage time points, the Hurricanes, that is. Just quickly here, if I may, Sam, before we put a bow on this one and don't get off on some tangent about how the mascot over there on the wall looks like Johnny Depp from Pirates of the Caribbean, which I'm just going to put it up there one more time for the folks out there that don't believe me. I want to look at the schedule, if I may. Yeah, that definitely looks like Johnny Depp.
That is what I just pulled up as
yep,
well.
My man.
So taking a look ahead here for the Kiski area Cavaliers. They will have Butler on the schedule.
Yeah, we'll be here.
That is on the 7th. That is a Thursday. I unfortunately won't be here. I have to work Colonial Sports Center over at Robert Morris. And then after that, on Saturday, they will have Hempfield area.
Big game.
So 2 really important non-conference games.
Yeah, bigger schools too. So I like that. Corey Smith doing a great job of scheduling some bigger, tougher. Obviously, you're going to assume they're going to be tougher schools, being bigger, but that's not shying away from competition is Corey Smith. I like that. Lots of teams will schedule cupcakes at this stage of the season, not the way that they do it here at Kiski area. Shout out to Coach Smith one more time and his excellent shoe collection.
Apologies for interrupting you there. Newcastle, they go to 2-1 on the season. They will have an opponent in Beaver Falls at home. That'll be 7:30 on the 9th. That is a Saturday. And then they will play Hickory on Monday. That game also at home. I don't believe, well, we could get maybe to Beaver Falls. I don't know if we have streaming rights in Beaver Falls.
Who knows? We'll figure it out. I don't think we're scheduled to be at that game, but we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. But, ladies and gentlemen, that will do it here for this one.
May I, Sam? Sorry.
Just kidding.
Want to thank our sponsors one more time. Folks, when you're watching this game, wherever you may be, free of charge, I want you to maybe think about patronizing and going and utilizing some of our sponsors. Whatever their goods or services may be, make sure you use them because they're the ones allowing these student athletes to put on this display and allow you to watch wherever you may be. You could be in another state, but you're still able to feel like you're here in this gym with us. And it's because of those sponsors. They, of course, being Elevated Beauty Salon, # Get Your Hair Did, Kieran Schaefer Funeral Homes, Valley Dairy Restaurant, Mainstay Life Services, and, of course, tonight's scoreboard sponsor, Grease Contracting. So thank you to our sponsors, folks. Make sure you, if you see any of those folks, you utilize their goods or services or just say thank you for their support of us here on High Top Sports Network.
That's right. We can't do what we do here at High Top Sports Network without our lovely sponsors. So again, please go to support all of our lovely sponsors that we have through each and every broadcast. Well, folks, that'll do it for us here at High Top Sports Network from Kiski Area High School. The Cavaliers are victorious against the Hurricanes. Final score 58-45. All rights are reserved to High Top Sports Network. Any use of our video without our consent is not prohibited. Have a good night, folks. We will see you in our next broadcast, which will be tomorrow for some women's hoops. So make sure to tune in to those free of charge broadcasts here on High Top Sports Network. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.